Three, two, one. Hey guys, me Touch Berlin, and I'm here with my guest.
Hey, my name's Caleb.
Yep. And we are talking about two, not one, but two movies. And
Yeah,
the names are Mad Max Fury Road and Tomorrowland.
yeah,
I would, origi- originally going to do that with a big group, but they couldn't join us because they're busy. So it's just us.
yeah.
Anyway. So, yeah, which one should we talk about first? Mad Max or
I think we should start with Mad Max because it's gonna take us a little less time, and then move into the big one Tomorrowland.
yeah, good point. All right. Matt, let's talk about Mad Max. Now, for those of you who have seen my Mad Max review, which is 1 minute 10 minutes, you will know that I love this movie. Why? Because I'm not saying about action movie. I know, RoboCop remake, totally go remake.
Yeah,
This movie has a plane.
yeah,
Continue.
yeah. It's freaking amazing. I love
Yep.
Mad Max Fury Road.
So did I. And in my opinion, my opinion is one of the great action movies of all time because isn't it? It's directed by the same director who directed all three Mad Max films.
Yeah,
That never happens ever.
yeah, yeah. Never.
Uh, because usually Hollywood nowadays they like to remake stuff.
Yep.
RoboCop, totally go.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
You can tell that George Miller has been wanting to make Mad Max 4 forever, and he's talked about
yep.
how Mad Max Fury Road was originally supposed to come out directly after Beyond Thunderdome, but because Beyond Thunderdome underperformed at the box office, he was forced to just keep. At one point, he was actually trying to make it animation so that the studio would agree to do it, but I'm so
Yeah.
freaking glad they finally let him do it because this is probably the best action I've ever seen in a movie.
Yep. And Tom Hardy as Mad Max, which even though he can't be Mel Gibson, but you know what? Compared to Mel Gibson, I think he earned it Mad Max because when you think about it, Mad Max the character himself, I didn't really have a lot of lines
Yeah,
when you think
yeah,
about it.
yeah.
And
Well, what I said in my review was that Tom Hardy had some big shoes to fill, but he did really good. Like, I watched the original Mad Max movies before seeing Fury Road, just so I had it fresh
yep,
in my mind. When I watched Mad Max Fury Road, I 150% bought that Tom Hardy was the same character that Mel Gibson was playing. So for me,
yep,
that was enough for me to say it was a good performance, because it was.
yep, same here. Because when you think about Mad Max, when you think about it with the three movie, at least with the first one with the revenge movie.
Yeah,
Which I tried watching the first film, I couldn't get into it. It's
yeah.
not a bad movie. It's just eh, not
It's slow paced and different
yeah.
from others. But Road Warrior is my favorite
Yep.
movie of
Well,
all time.
same
So
here.
not my favorite. It's in my favorite movies of all time. It's not it's not number one. It's like number 8. But you.
Yeah. Road Warrior, in my opinion, is a great sequel, and actually, it's something like the first film much better. And when you think about it, even George Miller, the director himself, even he said the second film was far superior to the first film.
Oh yeah. Well, why do you think it's not known as Mad Max 2? It's supposed to be its own thing, even though it's in the same world. It's
Yeah.
called the Road Warrior. It's its own thing.
Yep. And Road Warrior, in my opinion, is the awesome sequel. Like,
Yeah.
like Terminator, like the Terminator Judgment Day, which I do have. Hang on a
Yeah.
sec.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
T2 and Dread.
Yeah.
Both of these movies, one came out in I think the 90s. Yeah, that's the 91. Huh,
Yeah.
the year I was born. And
Yeah.
one came out in 2012. I
Yeah.
want this sequel, but it's not gonna happen. Thank
Oh,
you, Hollywood.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I absolutely 100% want one too, so bad.
yeah. Yeah, but that's not gonna happen.
Ex Machina, but because the guy who wrote Dread just directed Ex Machina, and that was pretty good.
Yeah, I heard it was good. I never saw him. I do want to see that.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely not on the level of Dread, but for a guy's
Yeah,
first time directing a movie, transitioning from screenwriting to directing, he did a heck of a good
yeah,
job.
yeah. That movie I do want to see. We'll probably just spoil the review of that probably next time. Back to Mad Max.
Yeah,
Speaking of Mad Max Fury Road, that reminds me of my next point. What's about Furiosa, aka Charles Theron, Charles Theron Furiosa.
yeah. Well,
Now,
I think Furiosa, she's a great character. She's basically female version of Mad Max, but
yep, yep. And my man, she's awesome. Like,
yeah,
here's the thing about character. When I saw a trailer for this movie, I thought, oh great, another danger in looking at the industry, another bad chick. We're gonna have a love story that bullshit. No, there was no love story. That
yeah,
made me so happy.
yeah,
Why?
too.
Because I'm so sick of this cliche. Because
Yeah,
I'm a badass woman at the end. I fall in love with the man and all this bullshit. Too,
yeah.
too hot. Sorry,
It,
there you go.
I was just gonna say Fury Road is very cliche free.
Yeah, yeah, and so at the second round, which when you think up Frank, not Frank Miller, George Miller. Sorry, I
Yeah,
had the two directors already mixed up. Frank Miller is crazy. George Miller is crazy, but George Miller is smarter.
yeah,
That's another talk another day. I can tell Frank Miller for days.
yeah.
Anyway, what's those spoilers? Oh yeah,
Morton Joe would be a good topic to talk about too, because I
right,
thought
more than Joe.
he was a very interesting villain for me. He
Hmm.
places that other villains in the Mad Max franchise haven't.
Yeah,
One thing that I want to bring up that I didn't bring up in my review that I probably should have is that the actor who played Toe Cutter, the villain in the first Mad Max, is the same actor who plays Immortan Joe. So he's played two villains now in the Max franchise, which I thought
oh
was pretty
shit.
interesting. Even though they're
Yeah,
two completely different characters, he played both of them.
yeah. Well, that is very interesting because when you think about it, that really happened in any franchise. Usually you try to get a different actor to play a different villain, but I'm glad you Murray got the same actor to play. Granted, it's a different character, but you know what? It was worth it. Oh, the action movie was great, the explosion was awesome, practical effects were amazing, which
Oh my God! I
uh,
could talk about that
uh,
for the cars. I just if I had one wish that I could fulfill, it would probably be watching this movie be filmed. There's watching all these
yeah,
cars in the desert explode and holy
yeah.
crap. And apparently,
Like,
Hardy and Charlize Theron did a lot of their own stunts too.
yeah, and but this film, in my opinion, proved to Hollywood that we can have practical effects. You don't need CGI, like you morons.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, come
CGI.
on.
Though I am definitely in the same boat as Christopher Nolan that CGI is a tool.
Yeah,
It's not a huge part of the movie. You need to try as hard as you can to make everything happen without CGI, and then the things
yeah,
that you absolutely can't do without it, you do. Just like in Mad Max,
hmm
the sand tornado, you couldn't do
yep,
that practical, so they used CGI for that. But
yeah,
uh, they didn't make everything CGI in that scene. The cars were on green screens and stuff, so you could actually see some practical stuff within it, and
yep.
it's very well done.
Oh, the kind of knock, which I'll get to in a minute, would actually that scene to know essential was so fucking insane that my mind blown because holy shit.
Yeah,
Because I'm not expecting to do that. Also, actually, we also got, actually, strong female characters besides Furiosa, the four brides.
yeah. I felt they actually all four of them did really good performances. Especially,
Yep.
I was shocked out of my freaking mind too. The chick from Transformers 3, who's just some Victoria's Secrets model, she actually did a good job in this movie. I was like,
Yeah.
maybe she's actually trying now to become an actress.
Yeah,
'Cause,
which I didn't expect that because you're Michael Bay when you cheat hot chicks, you try to no act.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I was surprised. It kind of makes me wonder: does Michael Bay get girls who are good at acting, but just doesn't make them act? Because she did
Probably.
really good at not Oscar worthy or anything, but I
Yeah.
her character.
Agreed. Like,
It wasn't like, oh, there's a Victoria's Secret model. It was, oh, there's a girl who's running away from a psychopathic guy who impregnated her.
yeah, but my opinion actually that actually was very shocking. Also, the way she died, holy
Yeah,
shit! Like
yeah.
I didn't see that one coming.
I was like, my whole face during the movie, my eyes were just wide open, and I was just
Yeah.
like, that. It almost, and this isn't anything against the movie, but there are points where my eyes just couldn't take it anymore. They were so wide open. It was so insane.
Yeah, agreed. And also actually, just bring me to the next point. What's Nuck, or is it Knock or Nuck?
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
like Nicholas Holt is one of my favorite upcoming actors, but he was really
Yeah.
good in
Yeah. When I first saw him, I didn't know that Nick Holt. That's someone else, but holy shit, that character, in my opinion, actually, when we feel like the bad guy, he's insane, and with the spray, and he's like, I die, I am again, like, oh,
it.
Lord, die. Like that is so insane. Uh, uh, uh,
Live, I die, I live again. So he
yeah,
has many quotable lines, but
yeah.
he has,
A
he
lovely
out of
day.
he has some major character development. He starts out as a guy who is just there to serve a Morton Joe to survive. Because
Yep.
if Morton Joe,
I actually stole Mad Max's car.
yeah, yeah, if Morton Joe didn't have the water, he would have nobody working for him. So all these people, they're not
Yeah,
serving him because they like him. They're serving him because they want water. Anyway, once he figures out by being with these people enough that he might actually be safe if he is on these people's sides, he completely flips around and goes against them, which I thought was a really cool character
yeah,
switch.
yeah. And that's another thing I do. It's the whole with the if you want to do the kingdom because I think there are four like kingdom. The Bird Town, which carry birds. Gas Town, which gasoline, with the it's not interesting. And we also have like another faction who actually try to make a deal with Furiosa, which that cliff scene with the other gangs, not gangsters, all crime members. I
Yeah.
think they're called crime members. I'm not sure. Like
Yeah.
their faction, I mean, they're insane. It's better to spike cars because I didn't expect to spike cars when I saw that. Like, in fact, man, this movie on Twisted Metal, but more awesome. Take
Yeah.
note, ladies. This is a Twisted Metal movie.
Yeah.
Fact.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, uh,
Yeah.
get Joe Metal to make Twisted Metal the movie, and then I'll be sold.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I
we
was gonna say.
can't actually talk about Twisted Metal in a but anyway.
How
Oh
about
yeah, the soundtrack. Uh,
Oh yeah, yeah. I really like the score by Junkie XL.
yeah.
I that much.
Yeah. Expect when soundtrack as actually in the movie itself, it's organic. Expect the guy with the guitar, what like I've had that CGI, but no, it's actually real. Like
Yeah.
holy shit! Like I didn't
Yeah.
expect them to do that, but they did it. They find me on the best heavy metal guy of all time. Like especially
Yeah.
a Frank guitar.
Yeah. If that guitar guy was in any other movie, that'd probably be a negative. But it fits so well in the Mad Max movie. You're like, these guys are insane. They'd probably want to listen to some electric guitar music while they're killing people. It makes sense.
Yeah, agreed. Like. Expect, yeah. expect at the only also one of my favorite parts in the movie was or another faction we get to see. Like the guy with the two guns, like I think got shot with a sniper rifle, like shooting in all directions.
Actually, I was pretty shocked at the guts that George Miller had because not a lot of movies would accept women in fighting scenes with other men, but they when
Yeah.
those ladies were getting thrown around like rag dolls,
Yep.
and I was like, holy crap, this is
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
Yeah. But actually, this film actually does put a lot of boundaries. Like
Yeah.
there's actually there's controversy with the movie about feminism bullshit. Should I
Yeah.
say? Are you people stupid?
Yeah.
You morons. Ugh.
Yeah.
Fucking no, I'm not saying all feminism are bad. I think feminism is a good cause, but I think the point is that when you put it out of context, it's kind of a controversial topic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eh.
I
What,
where Immortan Joe's mask thing gets ripped out of its socket. That was pretty crazy.
yeah. Yeah, it was crazy. Expect actually went to with the actor did it, who was actually one of his wives, which I did not see that one coming because I was expecting she wanted to surrender as long as the Mad Max save her. No, she said herself. Like holy shit!
Yeah. How did you like the ending?
I think the ending makes sense because each movie it's not chronologically ordered. It's not like at the some other movies like Star Trilogy or okay, not X-Men, that's a different topic. Like each Mad Max movie is more of like an episode or world of Mad Max.
Yeah.
Like case in point, the second Mad Max, not Fury, Little Warrior.
Yeah.
Little Warrior picked up the first one left off, kind of, and he's more of a drifter. And each town he goes to, it's a new story.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, just a sec. I gotta let my dog out of my room.
Okay.
Okay, just a sec.
Yep.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. But
Yeah, that's okay.
what I was saying is, it seems like every Mad Max movie ends with Mad Max going off on his own, and that's what I like about it because then it leads in perfectly to whatever they want to do next. They don't have to be like, oh, Mad Max is over here with Furiosa because he's not. He's on his own now.
Yeah, which in my brain makes sense.
Yeah.
And there's no love story. Well,
Yeah.
there could be a love story, but thank God because I'm so sick and tired of cliche that. I'm so let's fall in love with each other for no damn reason. Ugh.
Yeah.
This movie, like Dread, back in 2012, was a huge surprise because the trailer for Dread, okay, Dread were bad, but when I saw it in theaters, my jaw dropped. Like, this is fucking awesome. Like Mad Max, this movie is another reboot. Well, it's not a reboot. Is it a reboot? I'm not sure.
No, it's George Miller said that it takes place in between Road Warrior and Thunderdome, so it's in the franchise.
Huh.
Yeah.
Take note, writers of Hollywood. See that do a good reboot, okay, not reboot, a good sequel or prequel.
Just because a franchise is old doesn't mean that you have to reboot it. Just make another entry into the franchise. Get new actors.
Yeah, new actor, like new story. RoboCop could have done that, but no, they fucked it. I rebooted it.
Yes.
Total Recall got a reboot without a bad remake. Wait, that's not a reboot. That's a remake.
Yeah, like I wish that the RoboCop movie would have just been RoboCop 4.
Yeah, same here.
I don't know. They had to reboot it, and we'd have to see the origin all over again in a PG-13 way. It's stupid.
And it was a bad PG-13 movie because RoboCop is R-rated. Like,
Yeah.
no, with Judge Dredd, when they need to reboot that because Sylvester Stallone that got awful. That's fine. That's a good reboot.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, on the topic of PG-13, just look at Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. That movie is complete. There's parts of it that are complete crap because they took a rated R franchise and made it PG-13.
PG-13.
Yeah, I'm so glad, by the way, that Fury Road was rated R because they could have easily cashed in and been like, nope, this is going to be PG-13.
Yep. Yep. Expendables. Expendables did that, and that backfired badly.
Oh, yeah, yeah. They was going to make the money, but people were turned off by it, so they didn't go.
Yeah, and I don't blame them. Like, Experiment 3 looked good, but it PG-13, which broke the camera's back. Which,
yeah, they have to
movie,
a certain way, too, when it's PG-13.
yeah, be good. It takes away the balls.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, Douglas. Check it, Scotto. Yeah, that's another topic. Also, I'm hoping this film does well because one, I want a sequel. Dread. This is a sequel that's never gonna happen. Fuck you, Hollywood. Fuck you. Like, and two, I want them to do what to prove to Hollywood that we have good R-rated action movies, good story. Okay, they did the big story, whatever. Practical effects, good characters, good story. It's basic, but whatever. And have a good action movie.
Yeah.
After the movie did well, we make a sequel.
Yeah, and it's performed. I think it's already made its money back.
Yes.
Yeah. I have to look at Box Office Mojo, but I'm pretty sure it's already earned its money back.
Oh, I sure hope it did because that would make me so happy.
I know.
Because, like Kingsman Secret Service, which is another R-rated movie, which came out this year. That movie, in my opinion, was another. Okay, that's not Vaughn, but I don't know Vaughn. I can talk about it another day, but that's not a topic for another day.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, there's already a script, George Miller said, for Mad Max 5 called Mad Max, I forget what it's called, but there's a title and everything, so if they greenlight it, he's ready to shoot and everything.
I cannot wait, because after how many years since doing them? Wait, how many years did Thunderdome came out? Between the 80s and 90s?
It came out 30 years before Fury Road, so it's been a long time.
Yeah, so even in the 70s, and he still got it, which that's another topic. That's another topic I want to get to. George Miller, the director, a 70-year-old director, proved to Hollywood that he can still has it. Which,
yeah, he does.
I'm shocked that he had to pull this off, even at 70.
Yeah.
Take note, George Lucas. Oh wait, I got George God.
Yeah.
Well, so the franchise, didn't he?
Too excited about George Miller coming back at first because right before this he was having a bit of a midlife crisis. He did in all these weird movies, and he finally went back to what he's good at, Mad Max.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. Happy Feet, my opinion, was just a complete abomination. Look, I get the message, save the Penguins, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was dumb.
Why the fuck did I get a sequel? I have no idea.
Yeah, I have no idea either.
Yeah. Yep. Anyways.
I personally don't have much more to say about Mad Max. I think it's a really frickin' awesome movie.
Yep. I basically went on a topic Mad Max, which the part I thought we probably missed. Actually, before we move to talk about speaking of Mad Max, I guess you get any Mad Max fans, it's off to get a video game.
Yeah. I literally, I just decided that I'm going to get a PS4 because that and Arkham Knight are coming out, and those two games I can't live without. After seeing the Mad Max game trailer, my mind, it was blown.
Yeah, because actually it picks up, not with the movie, after it takes place before the movie.
I think it's its own thing, actually.
Yeah.
Sure, though.
With the movie, it's a good thing, and it's a line Fury Road with the War Boys, which this does beg the question. If this game does do well, which I'm hoping it's good, then maybe this game may expand to other parts of Mad Max universe.
Yeah.
In fact, when you think about it, Mad Max actually influenced a lot of games, like the Fall franchise, the a lot of movies. I don't know
Yeah.
where to put it. Last, I think the last one was probably Mad Max 2, kind of. So that those zombies.
I like I like to think Twisted Metal took some inspiration from Road Warrior.
Yeah, I think it did too.
Yeah, Mad
Back,
Max is some that a lot of different studios have copied for ages.
yeah, and a lot of video game developers copied it too. The Fall franchise did it, which makes sense. Um, uh, Rage did it, which Rage in my opinion actually got like Mad Max when you think about it. So that about an asteroid.
Yeah,
That's not talking about be. I
yeah,
think they were out of it. They went out of talk for Mad Max.
yeah, yeah. I've personally run out of stuff to talk about. It's one of those movies where there isn't a lot to spoil because it's such a simple movie, but it's so amazing. All I can say is,
Yeah,
if any of you guys haven't seen it yet, you need to go. What are you doing watching this? Just go out right now and
yeah.
watch it. Come back.
Yeah, go see it. Go support this movie. If the movie did well, we get a sequel.
Yeah,
Don't
that,
don't don't be a dread with as much as I like this movie. I want a sequel. Fuck
I,
you, Lionsgate.
I feel like there, in some form, we might get a sequel, but it's very unlikely.
Yeah, it'll probably be a reboot, and then we won't get Carl Urban Dread back, which is gonna suck because I love Carl Urban Dread. In fact,
Well, hey, look at the Punisher fan film, Dirty Laundry. They
I've
could do
seen
something.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
What if somebody decided to make a fan film and Carl Urban agreed to be in it? They could do it that way. That'd be pretty cool.
I would pay so much money to support that project that I would just go to Kickstarter and just buy it. Sure, and save that money.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Ew, that's all I got.
yeah. I'd give it a bunch of money too, but the only problem with that is that it would probably only be like 10 minutes or something. But at least it's better
Yeah,
than.
yeah, uh, yeah. That's true. But you know what? Actually, or 30 minutes, like the kung fu movie was on YouTube,
Yeah,
which we're way off topic. But you know what?
yeah.
F with it.
Hey,
Anyway,
it's good at Tomorrowland so that we stop getting off topic.
yeah. All right. Thank you for watching our Mad Max spoiler review. Now for Tomorrowland. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah,
Now, what's talking about Tomorrowland? Okay. Tomorrowland, in my opinion, was the newest Brad Bird film.
yeah,
It was written by Brad Bird, directed by, well, okay, I drew him two writers, written by Brad Bird and directed by David Lindelof, which, for those of you who don't know, David Lindelof is one of the writers, and he's hit and miss. Mostly miss.
yeah.
Uh,
And I feel like, along with a lot of others, that this is more of his movie than Brad Bird's because a lot of the screenplay for this movie is like, wait, Brad Bird wrote that, and
yeah, which, that,
it's very messy. I overall enjoyed the movie, but it is a very messy movie.
yeah, like, the beginning part of the movie is more Brad Bird movie, but when you get the
Yeah,
third act, it's Lindelof's movie, which pissed me off.
yeah, it was it was the definition of a cliche.
Yeah, which we'll probably get that plot twist probably later. But what's up with the cast?
Yeah,
Um,
you go first.
George Clooney, George Clooney. Okay, what's up with George Clooney? George Clooney at the I completely forgot the character's name.
Yeah, the main character, the kid who becomes an adult. But
Yeah. The what's up at the beginning of the movie? Actually, when we first get to when we first get to the intro, we actually get kind of a flashback. But I think the flashback, in my opinion, felt more interesting and more cool because
Uh,
it actually felt more Brad Bird. Like,
yeah, it
yeah,
started out, and I was like, "Oh, this we're in for a little treat here." And you see the kid
yeah,
Disneyland, and then you find out that there's a secret place in Disneyland where you can get transported to Tomorrowland, and all that
yeah,
part was insanely cool. And then once you get to
yeah.
the
Oh,
future, you see, oh, it's just so disappointing after that.
yeah. But that's in the end. We'll get to that in a minute. I think the first act and second act I mean are amazing because the first act uh, dang it, it's hard for me to remember this movie. Um, George Clooney's character was actually more interesting like, from the beginning with the when you were a kid, which the kid I played young played for George Clooney. It's awesome. I think my man he's great. Oh, the kid actor my man was good in this movie without the shocker. The kid actors suck.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
problem with everything in this movie is the writing, and that's with the characters
yeah,
too. George Clooney pulls out a really, really good performance here, and pretty much everybody in the movie has a good or great performance, but there is
yeah.
a movie that is written very poorly.
Yeah, which would disappoint me. But
Yeah.
what I was talking about? Oh yeah, the action I think was amazing. What like when you first see Tomorrowland, like before it went to hell, um, in my opinion, it was beautiful, like amazing. Like it's very
Uh-huh.
like the animal lived there. It's very with George Clooney character with the jetpack, which I actually love that jetpack. That jetpack actually was amazing. If I built that, I would have done the same thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was what I was trying to say in my review without spoiling it, but for all you guys who have already seen it, you know what we're talking about. The girl touches the
Yeah,
pin, she sees like a holographic version of Tomorrowland, and that's the best part. Like, there's this
yeah,
visual, there's this visual part where you see these guys going into these pools that are in midair, and then they fall to the bottom of the pool and then fall
yep,
into. So that was visually Brad Bird right there. It was
yeah,
insanely. But then you find out that the whole premise of the movie is that Tomorrowland has gone to crap, and that's when it gets really boring
yeah.
because
Which makes sense.
it's just an empty, dark place, and it's boring.
Yeah, which is kind of depressing when you think about it. But from a story perspective, I think that makes sense because it's always a journey.
Yeah,
Okay, fair enough. But the destination should be really interesting and more fun, which okay, it's dark, which I get that, and I get the tone switch, which we'll
yeah.
get to that in a minute. What's the talk about? Oh
Uh,
yeah, there's actually one plot twist I did like, with Athena.
yeah,
Now, for those who have seen the movie already, there's a huge spoiler. So you have 5 seconds. Five, four, three, two, one. I'll give you a hint. She's like uh,
yeah. She's a robot.
a cyborg or an android.
Yeah,
I see the cyborg and android much.
yeah,
It's kind of both.
yeah. But I liked her, but I also
Yeah.
there were parts of her that I didn't like that much. The performance was like amazing. This girl's gonna get
Yeah.
a bunch of movies now because of this, but I didn't
Yep.
get why George Clooney was bitter at her for being a robot. That's the part that kind of made me mad. I'm like, okay, she's a robot. Get over it, man.
Well, I think I know. I think I know why. Because during the flashback, that he didn't know that she was a robot.
Yeah,
He probably found out much later,
yeah,
and when you get that's scary more to the brain.
yeah,
When you think about it, it's kind of plain sad when you think about it.
yeah.
Which we'll probably talk about that later. Yeah, after once you had the house scene, we'll probably fast forward to the second act. First act in my opinion was more Blackbird. Second act, in my opinion, when they made George Clooney's character, was very interesting
Yeah.
because there's a backstory, and I was hooked with both characters. With I forget what the main girl. She's
Yeah,
good
yeah.
too.
I don't know her name in the movie, but
Yeah. All the cast is fine. It's that the story when you get the third act it falls apart. We'll get a third act later. Second act of the movie in my opinion with the house scene. I love that scene because it's very cool.
yeah, yeah.
Great.
It builds up like you're into it. You're like, I don't know if this is good or not, but I'm into this. Let's see.
Yeah.
And then once you find out what the movie's been building up to, you're like, are you serious? Like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Like which like we're talking right now. Okay. Now before you get to Tomorrowland over, they actually one idea with the rocket, with in frame. When I saw that, I said, "That is so cool and awesome!" Like
yeah.
that, in my opinion, is one of my favorite scenes when they get in the rocket. Like that was awesome. Especially over like all the power plants get shut down. Whoops.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But once you figure out what the threat is,
Yeah.
it's basically that the guy who runs Tomorrowland wants to make us humans think that it's the end of the world to scare us into actually changing it,
Which
and
doesn't make any sense.
it's stupid.
It is stupid. Which is it, I get the message within the message of the movie that we have to change. Which fine, I get your message. It makes sense. But if it's being over the head, it gets annoying.
Yeah,
We'll get to that in a minute.
I was wondering about the guy. Why is he even trying? He has his own world, Tomorrowland, to run. So why does he have to bother with Earth? Why is he even doing it? I don't get it. Is he supposed to be like God or something? I don't understand.
Like, what's his motivation? Like, what's his plan?
Yeah.
Like, he didn't. When you think about it, this villain, he didn't really actually he didn't really actually do anything wrong. Okay, he did. Okay, he fucked up tomorrow, but he was trying to like, you know what? Fuck humanity. I don't give a damn that I'm gonna ban everybody and get out myself, which in hindsight makes sense from his perspective because he believes humanity was doomed to die, which
Yeah.
makes sense because we humans are greedy and selfish bastards. But in one way, I get his motivation. It makes sense. However, from a human perspective, okay. You cast out Orange tomorrow, then why don't you do something?
Yeah. Yeah, he has the power to change the world, so why does he want us to do it?
Because he had no idea what to do. I still don't know his plan.
He was just really bored, so he decided to start screwing with the humans.
Yeah.
He's you know what? Everybody left Tomorrowland. There's nothing to do. And we have no video games. Let's just screw with Earth.
Yep. Or just screw with humanity and show it the end of the world.
Yeah.
Pure genius.
Yeah.
That might have been more interesting than the actual character. Which, speaking of which, this gets me to my next point. We'll probably get the third act. We'll probably find the third, which the third act in my opinion was wearing out. But when we finally get to Tomorrowland, like the journey in my opinion was good. I love the chemistry with the characters. I love the action. Action amazing. But when you get the third act, when you get finally get to Tomorrowland, oh, what a huge letdown.
Yeah.
That I mean, it lost me. Which,
What bugs me at the end is when they bring all those people into Tomorrowland. I'm like, why didn't you do this before? And in the middle of the movie, when you find out that the thing that she was seeing while holding the pen was just an advertisement for what it was before,
a hologram.
yeah, I was like, why? What happened? They don't even answer why there's nobody left in Tomorrowland, do they?
Yeah, no, they don't.
They just say things changed here. Like, what the heck? What? There was
Uh,
like a huge amount of people in it when she saw it, and now there's nobody there.
yeah, what happened to those people? Like, did they die? Did they get executed? Shown off? We don't know. Explain, damn it!
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a plot. It's a
it's a
big.
plot. Yeah, which which is doing writing, so I could expect that. Which, in fact, it might be more. This film might be more disappointment than it's not. Now, is it a bad movie?
Yeah,
No,
it's a good movie. I'd say that it's even a good movie.
yeah, mm, it's disappointing. Yes, it's not bad. It's good action, good acting. Which the action scene in my opinion, I think were very awesome. Like especially at the with Athena when you first saw her as a kick ass, I would be hooked. Like
Yeah.
yeah. In fact,
Yeah.
remember this film about more PG-13 than PG. Which
Yeah.
the question is, did the corporate meant to get involved and they ruin up sabotage the film?
Well, when you watch the movie, you're like, dang, Brad Bird really wrote this movie to be PG-13 because why are all the people that they're fighting robots? They don't answer that. They're just robots. You can tell that originally they were just supposed to be humans going after them, but Disney's like, oh, no, we can't show you killing humans. So
Even though the robots killed humans in the first place.
Yeah,
I'm confused by that. You don't want humans can't human, but your robots kill humans? Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it should have been PG-13.
Yeah. I'll let you finish.
Oh, well, a good analogy that I was making, and everyone who watches my channel knows that I really like The Amazing Spider-Man 2, but Tomorrowland is very similar to that in my opinion because Mark Webb, originally, you can tell watching Amazing Spider-Man 2 that he had a very cohesive, solid movie, and then corporate Sony people came in, chopped it up, took out everything with Harry that would have developed his character, all that stuff. I think the same thing is here. I feel like Brad Bird filmed like a 3-hour movie, and the Disney execs came in and chopped it down, edited it into PG rating, and I don't know, because the movie language too. There were parts where the characters were supposed to say "son of a bitch" or something, but then they edit it so that it just sounds like "son of a," and then it cuts. I mean, I don't know. I think he filmed a PG-13 movie, but that's just me, I guess. I don't know.
That would make sense even thinking about it. Oh, actually, because the robot characters. Well, I mean, it's surprised that the robots, which I get the plot twist, which I think that's a good plot twist. I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
However, though, when you show robots killing humans, like, which makes sense, no witnesses, that's fine. But the point, I mean, when you have casualties, which there are casualties in the movie, right? Is that I'm confused by this. Like, do you want no human to die, or you want some non-human to die? But brains on Earth.
I think Brad Bird actually had a great movie filmed. Disney turned it into some kind of melodramatic
advertisement.
Yeah. Another thing, my friend Tom made a good point about it. He said Tomorrowland is a really long trailer for a movie that we're never going to get. Everybody wants Tomorrowland to be amazing, but it's not.
Yeah, this movie might be one this year. And now I'm talking about, I'm trying to agree with some of the critics. Well, not the critics, more with some other YouTubers, like J.J. Universe, which in his review, and he said, and I quote, sorry, James, but this movie, in my opinion, was a huge disappointment and one of my most let down movie of 2015 with James.
Yeah, I gave it a B+ in my review. I think if I could redo my review, I'd probably give it a B after thinking about it a little bit more. But it's kind of like Tron Legacy in my opinion. It's a good movie, but it was a letdown. It
John
could
Leguizamo, I mean, I actually love that movie. That movie was my favorite movie of that year.
was.
That movie wasn't a letdown. That movie actually did what it was supposed to do. Because,
I can see why you'd like it that much.
yeah. Because here's the thing with John Legacy, which I know is off topic, but we'll get tomorrow in a minute. But John Legacy, in my opinion, actually would a sequel that I found never gonna be made
Yeah.
after the first Tron, and I think it succeeded where it was supposed to. It reintroduced Tron, and it reintroduced a good story. And when you think like the first Tron movie, was the story really that perfect? Like people praise the first Tron, it's a minute story, yeah, crazy enough, yeah. Which, dude, have you seen the original Tron?
Yeah.
It's a good movie, it's a great movie, but did it really go to the highest pedestal of all time?
Yeah.
Well, they would have got nominated for an Oscar, but then the Academy, it didn't nominate it because it was computers, you cheated.
Yeah.
In the Academy.
Well, back to Tomorrowland. This is one of those movies where most people would walk out of it worried about Brad Bird, but I wasn't. I think that this movie wasn't Brad Bird's fault for being disappointing. I think that it was Disney's fault. So I'm still very looking forward to Incredibles 2. I'm not.
Yeah, so am I.
Yeah, I'm not disappointed in Brad Bird as much as I'm disappointed in Disney.
And David Lindelof, because Lindelof's writing with over, which this brings me to the next point, to another plot hole. I actually forgot. With the whole time like spear thing.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get this straight. You're a machine that can predict the future.
Yeah.
Okay. This brings to another question. 1. How the hell did you build it? 2. How did you get the tachyons and to do that stuff? 3. Where do you get the powers about to build that thing?
Yeah.
4. Colonel Andy, which I know time travel has no rules because it's no rules whatsoever. But how the hell did you get that type of technology to build that thing and get the necessary component to build a time? Because not a time machine, but it could be a time machine. Which if that machine was a time machine, that would be more awesome. I wish it was, but it wasn't. But you know what? It makes sense. Which did actually brings into another question. It's the main villain with the actor Woodhouse, which I know I saw House, and I think he could make a great villain. Which this villain, I mean, he didn't seem like a bad guy. He felt more of a sympathetic person who lost his way. Like, in my opinion, I don't think he needed to die. I think he needed redemption. Saying what George Clooney character. Both of them were inventors from different times, obviously, and they both were not industrious. They both wanted to do something.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. That's a good message. Fair enough. But why did he get kicked out? Why did they kick him out in the first place?
Another plot hole. They don't answer it.
Like, what happened?
Yeah. The other thing that I was going to bring up, in the trailer and in the movie, Britt Robertson's like, this is an exact line from the movie. She's like, what happened there? Something bad? That's what everyone's wondering. What the heck even is Tomorrowland? We don't know.
Like, what happened to all the people? Did they get executed? We don't know. Like, how did Tomorrowland turn out? We don't know. Explain, damn it.
Yeah, that's supposed to be a major plot point, and that is another reason that leads me to believe that Disney came in with their huge machete and just cut the movie, because there was probably something filmed that explained everything, and Disney's like, when people watch this the first time, they won't realize this is a plot hole anyway, so...
Yeah, so we're gonna cut the pieces.
Yeah, and...
Dang it, corporate! Dang it, corporate!
Another thing about the villain, I agree with you. He seemed like a sympathetic villain who needed redemption and everything. But the thing is, he feels like that. We don't know the villain. We didn't get much time to know his motives or anything. It's the same exact thing with Harry as the Goblin in Amazing Spider-Man 2. By the point fucking main antagonist, you don't understand why he's the way that he is because we didn't get any development with him. Same with this bad guy.
Yep.
He's the guy. We don't know him at all.
Yeah. Which did actually bring another question. How the hell did you get an army of Android robots? Android robots, same thing. I'm so confused. That terminology could be, but I'll be back.
Hello, everybody. What's up?
Sorry, that's my computer about to die.
Oh, okay.
No, it's charging now. But anyway, back to your point.
No, what was I talking about?
You were talking
Well,
about the villain,
yeah, we got like at most 5 minutes of stuff with him before
yeah,
he finds that he's the bad guy. And by the way, once George Clooney and Britt Robertson and the other girl entered Tomorrowland from the Eiffel Tower thing,
yeah,
you instantly know that that things are gonna flip around and he's gonna be the bad guy because it's a major cliche.
yeah. With the typical now question is that how the hell did he take over Tomorrowland at the end? Would their council was something
Uh-huh.
that they had more control? Like how the hell did he take control of the entire city? Okay, not city, more a futuristic city, I
Yeah.
think. How the hell did he take over an entire city with an army?
That,
How
that
did he-
the whole movie at first glance is a very straightforward little movie, but
Yeah.
the second you start thinking into it more, all it does is make the plot holes way more visible.
Yeah,
All
and
Sony
lead more questions.
Yeah. Yeah, you're wondering why is Tomorrowland the way it is once you get there? How is this guy able to do the stuff that he is? How is he
Yep.
able to run Tomorrowland? Why is Tomorrowland all ruined and stuff? It looks like a war happened there.
Yeah,
Why did George
and
Clooney now? It just brings up several freaking questions that shouldn't even
yeah,
exist.
yeah, and which they're just saying that it's not about that. It's about the journey. Okay, fair enough. The journey was fine. However, the destination needs to be either be good or pretty interesting. Like
Yeah.
I know I know it's a bad example. Mass Effect 3, which
Yeah.
that game was a huge disappointment for me because I expected a big great ending. What I get? Bullshit. But I could rant on Mass Effect 3 all day, but that's a
Any of
different
them.
topic. But it's all the way to this movie, kind of.
Yeah,
That
well,
game asks questions, but no answers. It's just we do just bullshit. Like first argument, we're chaining fire Star Child, which Jesus Christ, that game that a lot plot everything ending does.
well, for me, at least for my opinion, in closing, for me, it's Tomorrowland is a disappointment. It's good.
Yeah,
I actually like to see a prequel or something to it because
yeah,
just the idea of Tomorrowland is very
Mhm.
interesting. Maybe a comic book line or something. I'd like to know more about Tomorrowland when it's not in the hands of frickin' whoever was the corporate in charge of.
yeah. But yeah, or about you. I know. Speaking of tomorrow, and that actually brings me to the next point. Um, before we got to that, did that actually bring me to the next point with Athena? Now, when she died, which I know it's a spoiler, but the
Yeah.
spoiler, but whatever. When she died, I think that was a very sad scene because I cried because I really did because that was depressing. Because I liked her. I didn't want to see her die.
Yeah,
Like,
that was a good death scene. My biggest
mm,
question, though, is how did she make that whole thing explode? That was me. I'm like,
self-destruct.
yeah, but I don't know if her self-destruction would blow up that thing. I
That
don't know.
that that entire pillar.
Yeah, I don't know. But that's more of a nitpick than anything. It's
Yeah,
not.
that's a nitpick. With
Yeah,
that's fine. Like whatever. With that makes sense. Which
yeah,
actually, speaking of this technology tomorrow, that brings me to the next point. Um, with the technology in general, actually, and with the villain, which I get his motivation, his plan was to do, but he lock him away and keep tomorrow and actually close down. There's a party and don't get involved, which that's a good message. I think the message was good, but it got lost right in the translation. Which this gets me to another topic on tomorrow, which since David Lindelof's writing, since he wrote it, at least, and Brad Bird wrote parts of it, I
yeah.
wondered which part of Brad Bird and which part of Lindelof's was doing the third act or Brad Bird with the first and second act.
Yeah, maybe Brad Bird's the one who screwed up. We'll never know.
You know, we never know. Which I need Brad Bird. I didn't need the Lindelof's writing, which Lindelof is a very controversial writer.
Yeah,
It's you've seen Lost, which I've never watched because I think Lost is so boring. I get why people love that show, but that show went at the hell after J.J. Abrams left.
yeah,
And what he's up to.
yeah.
Which Lindelof, which we'll probably get to him last. Let's talk about. I can really run out of ideas. Oh yeah, now I remember. Um, with the technology, how did he take over? Which I know it's not talking, but the question didn't even answered. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
explain it to me. Show
Yeah,
us something.
make a
Ugh.
video make a video game that explains it all. I'd play it.
Or a prequel video game that explains
Like
some of the,
Evolution. It explains some of the stuff in Tron Legacy.
which Evolution in my way I actually like that game. I know, but or Uprising. Uprising, I mean, it's a great show. It actually bridge the gap between Tron and Tron Legacy. That show was awesome, but Disney they canceled it. Fuck you, Disney.
I remember watching the first season of that when I was a little bit younger, and that was a freaking awesome show.
Yeah, that show reminded me of Batman Beyond, but in Tron's universe, and I
Yeah.
loved it. I wanted this season two, but season two we had we're going to crew, entire army.
Hey, we live in a world now where Netflix buys the rights to canceled shows, so there's always a chance that uh, if Tron becomes a thing again and people get all excited for it, Netflix could buy the rights and do it for season
Well,
two.
I got the bad news. You got bad news, Trump, and but Tron 3 is not happening. It's been pulled. They pulled the plug.
I just saw. I'm pissed off.
Yeah. I'll probably make a land video on that probably right after this.
Yeah.
I could land scream how pissed I'll be.
Get it out there. Just go out into your backyard and just scream out to the sky.
Yeah. Or let's scream at them when no one's at home at the ranch. But I'll probably do my land video probably tomorrow. Which that's gonna be a fun and angry rant. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, we're getting off topic again.
I'm off topic. Damn. Sorry about this, folks. But
Yeah.
this usually happens. Anyway. What's the one to talk tomorrow? In? Uh.
But I think we
Oh
got
yeah. Wait. Actually, no point. Which did actually that's a plot point actually that I did like. Um. That I've already both Britt Robertson and George Clooney's character. With how did dang it we forgot. Oh yeah, now I remember. Which with this villain, like this does with the television device, which like I've been wondering about this ever since I got it, Peter, when I first saw it, and I first I didn't question it because I do love the movie, but the more I think about it, it was a plot point that get probably an injury that get dropped. The whole like Armageddon part, which here's the thing about it, like if the machine it predict the future, but it with negative emotions. Why is the machine putting negative emotion not part of emotions? Why is it like for negative? I'm
Yeah,
confused.
once you get to the third act, everything really becomes convoluted.
Yeah, and so confusing that make no sense.
Yeah,
What?
that's probably the best way to describe it. Once you start thinking into it more, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. The third act in my opinion is what killed the movie, which is sad. Because I think the third act second act with Brad Bird movie. Third act second act with Brad Bird movie. Third act with the Lindelof, which is not over.
Yeah,
With no Lindelof, over. He probably look well. He will hot the screenplay, didn't he?
yeah. I was expecting another Ghost Protocol. We didn't get that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah. Wait, this movie was one of my most favorite movies of 2015. It's just saw 22 Tiger Summer movie that me, WWE fans, and just to watch the movies. Which
yeah,
I really want you to join that, but you couldn't because
yeah. I was.
when you were busy. Which
I'm getting ready to make my movie soon, so I'm busy a lot.
yeah, I really do wish you luck on the movie. I hope that goes well.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm gonna do what I talk about tomorrow. And you have anything?
No, I'm out of words for you. It's just a very disappointing movie.
Yeah, yeah. The more I think about it, the more I felt disappointed.
Yeah,
Which
it's like
I first saw actually I found low of it. Like after I saw it because I just would fully immersed.
yeah,
But when you think about it, you can tell the movie apart
that
because it's present.
it's at least a good movie because
Yeah.
it's one of those movies. If you take your thinking cap off, you're gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, turn your brain off.
Yeah,
Uh,
just take
uh, 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 uh,
it
yeah.
off.
Which
It gets annoying once you think about it because it's one of those movies where you want to think about it, but the
hmm
second you all the plot holes become frickin' visible as crap.
yeah, which is sad because I wanted this movie to be great. I wanted it to be amazing, like perfection.
Yeah, me
But
too.
the minute when you think about it, it all falls apart. Thank you,
Yeah.
Lindelof.
Yeah,
Uh,
Brad Bird passed up the opportunity to direct Star Wars Episode 7 for this is the saddest part about it all.
I think Brad Bird knew what he was doing. I think he put hard and soul in this movie. But I can think didn't the corporate Jews by what they are with their
Exactly.
expanded universe. Which I'll get to that another topic.
That's why I say it got cut up by the execs because he obviously knew he had something great, but
hmm
then cut it up and turned it into something not so great.
Yeah, which does beg the question. However, the question that never be answered. Thank you, Doctor Who. It did movie was cut to pieces, which I kind of suspect when I think about it. Like Age of Ultron was, which Age of Ultron we all got a director's cut, thank God. So I cannot wait to see that. That's gonna be amazing to watch.
I think Age of Ultron turned out better than a lot of these other movies, though, where they get cut up.
Yeah, with just we increased it, that Age of Ultron was originally to 3 hours. You know
Uh-huh.
what? I would have stayed for 3 hours in a heartbeat because I think that would have been amazing.
Yeah. And
But
about it, they're going to have to make Infinity Wars 3 hours each. They're going
yeah,
to have There's no way that they can't.
yeah, they can't cut two parts into 2 hours. It won't work.
Yeah.
Taking no writers or not writers, um studio, Marvel Studios. Don't screw it up, please. I don't want you to go what Fox did with that at 4.
Yeah,
Ugh. It's gonna be-
this is like one of the biggest problems right now in Hollywood. Directors not having creative control. It's
yeah.
annoying. Hire a director. You hire the guy to make the movie.
You hired the guy to make the movie. He had a great idea of it. He could have made it great, which I think Brad Bird actually did do it great with Act One, Act Two. But the minute Act Three happened, it all falls apart, which
Yeah.
breaks my heart. Because I love Brad Bird. He made Iron Giant, incredible. Well, Mission Impossible Good Burger, which I love that movie. It's one of my favorite all the time.
He made Ratatouille.
I am. I seen that movie, and when I first saw it, I didn't like it because why am I watching this? This is stupid. But you know what? I basically let it go because oh god, I'm not gonna sing. Demi Frozen. I made that meme. I might have like Frozen, but that's a different movie. That's another one
Well,
to do.
the only time I can allow that I justify studio interference is with Marvel because they have to be involved because they're building a cinematic universe. You can't
Yeah,
get full creative control because then it won't fit into the continuity. But like with a movie like Tomorrowland where it's 100% its own thing, give
there was
the
no
control.
idea.
Yeah. There's nothing coming after it, nothing before it. There's no other continuity. Let him
Yeah.
make his movie.
Yeah, let the director do his job. Let him make the movie like the movie. This is his vision, his baby. The
Yeah.
studio, stop interfering with creative control.
Yeah.
Like you
That's
did
the
too. I don't have Overcut with me, so I don't. Whatever. Continue.
That's the difference, though, between Tomorrowland and Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron, the studio had to interfere because Joss Whedon, as much as the director's cut is probably good,
Hmm.
Joss wanted to make Age of Ultron its own thing, and he was being coy because you can't. It's not its own thing. The middle piece of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So he knew that he wasn't going to have full creative control, but he still
Hmm.
about it anyway.
Yeah.
Brad Bird, on the other hand, should have had creative control. So if he complained
Hmm.
about it, he had the right to complain about it.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah, same with Mark Webb with the Amazing Spider-Man franchise. That had no other continuity. So let
Yeah.
him make the freaking movie, which I
Yeah.
still Amazing Spider-Man 2 Director's Cut because I would bet every cent I have in my pocket right now that that if we got a Director's Cut of Amazing Spider-Man 2, it would be a great movie.
Yeah. And when you figure out actually with Mark Webb, which what's makes the main franchise to tomorrow? Which I know that the two different franchises, but bear with me, audience. Now Mark Webb directed the first movie, which was not his movie. That was corporate controlled. Which
Yeah.
checked out that movie with because there are cutscenes in that movie too. Which the first movie was cut to pieces. Second movie was cut to pieces. This movie was cut to pieces. Well, did they two different studios? Why do we see a pattern here?
Yeah. It's very clear that almost all studios have been doing this.
Yeah. Thank God, George Miller had more creative control with his movie. Because that made me so happy.
Yeah,
Everyone's the guys are Dread. He had more creative control in this movie too.
yeah,
He's more creative control than Tomorrowland. That's sad.
yeah. I just hope that this stops happening because, like, for an example, if J.J. Abrams had to deal with the same thing, odds are Star Wars Episode 7 is going to be crap.
Yeah,
So
it's gonna bomb.
I swear the people at Lucasfilm better have let him make his movie and
Not
not.
Lucasfilm. Disney. Lucasfilm no. Lucasfilm got closed down, which
Well, no,
that pissed me off.
Lucasfilm, they stayed. Lucasfilm is still Lucasfilm, but Disney owns them.
Yeah, it did need to take control of Lucasfilm. That's gonna piss me off even more because knowing Disney, they're greedy sons of bitches.
Yeah,
Even though I like the movies,
yeah,
I don't trust them at the point. They got an expanded universe, which pisses me off even more. Which that's Star Wars. That's a different topic for another day. It's always get fucked up. Oh, this is gonna be rage. Oh, that's gonna be fucking rage.
yeah. Well, I think we're getting off topic now. I don't
Yeah.
have a lot to say about Tomorrowland.
Yeah. I think after we went out of topics,
Yeah.
it did one thing we missed. We'll think of something.
Yeah.
So should we end it or should we continue?
Yeah. I think that we should wrap it up.
Yeah. All right. All right. Thank you for joining our spoiler review of Mad Max Fury and Tomorrowland. Sorry we couldn't get any questions. If there were questions, then whoops, probably missed them. And where can we find Caleb?
Huh?
Where can we find you?
Oh, you can find me at youtube.com/Caleb Movie Reviews. I'd really appreciate
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah, and you can find me at TevisBogart.youtube.com. I'll put the link in the description. Also, before I forget, check out Caleb's movie. Because I want his movie to succeed.
Yeah, it won't be out till summer 2016, but that's why you're not going to get a ton of videos this summer for me because I'm going to be filming the thing. So.
Yeah. 2016? Damn.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, other movies like all the movies that we see in theaters and everything, they have crews to edit the movie. Editing, doing every aspect of editing all by myself, so that's going to take a long time.
Yeah, that's gonna take a year, which, Jesus Christ, I'm hoping that goes well, and I'm praying to God it goes well.
Yeah, I'm giving you, Tony, and WWE fan, all my YouTube friends, advanced screenings so that you guys can review it ahead of time, because it's gonna be great. Everybody right now is thinking it's just gonna be this stupid little YouTube video. It's gonna be a real movie. It's gonna be.
Yeah, it's going to be actually a short film, but I think it's a short film, but it's going to be a great movie.
It's gonna be an hour and 45 minutes.
With actually a movie length, think about it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a feature-length movie, but we're getting off topic again.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us on spoiler review of Mad Max Fury and Tomorrowland. And you can find me on youtube.com. You can find me on Facebook. I have a Twitter. I barely use, and Google Plus. And
yeah, you can find my Facebook page too, facebook.com/Caleb Movie Stuff. So if you want to check that out.
Yeah, you can find Google Plus, and that's it. Anyway, thank you for joining, and peace out.
Peace.
Oh yeah. Before we end it, if you ever go to Tomorrowland, take find. Yeah, I forgot. I have the quote.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Mad Max. Well, lovely day. Well, lovely day. Peace out.
Peace, guys.